Hey everyone, welcome back to Portugal and Beyond. I'm Jorik. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my channel. Today's video, I just want to give you a tour of the Chiado neighborhood in Lisbon. It happens to be a main tourist site. If you've been to Lisbon, I would almost guarantee you've probably walked through the neighborhood. If you haven't, you will, because the Chiado name shows up on just about every travel blog as a must-see district or parish within Greater Lisbon. So here goes. Let's go to the map, take a look at it. The location of it is right in the heart of things in the city center. It is boxed in between Bairro Alto on one side, the Baixa district on the other side. So what's interesting is Bairro Alto. Alto means high, so kind of a high area. And then the Baixa means low. So it's in between these two areas within Lisbon, and it's a pretty neat area. It's hilly, as you would imagine, because if it's between high and low, as you can see from some of the photos and videos, there's a lot of hills that you have to navigate. So no question, you need some good shoes and some good legs to get up and down. There are a couple of landmarks here that I think people should think about seeing if you're going to visit. One is the Livraria Bertrand. It is the oldest operating bookstore. Cool place, go in, check it out, just to walk through, it's kind of fun. And then also they have the Convento de Carmo. It is in ruin after the 1755 kind of earthquake, fire, tsunami that took out most of Lisbon. It's been in ruin since that time, but it's a very beautiful place when you walk through. They have a tour that you can do. Sometimes in the wintertime, they'll do actually light shows inside, which are pretty amazing. So as I mentioned, it's hilly. This is a great shopping district. There are several restaurants here as well, but most people come for the shopping. The architecture here, I can tell you the majority of the buildings are renovated, or at least on the outside, the exterior look like they're renovated, and they seem to be quicker to renovate buildings in the Chiado than in other areas. For instance, where we live in the Lapa Estrela area, sometimes it can take months. Sometimes these buildings, it's years before they get to them. In the Chiado, it seems like people buy them and renovate them quickly, or if they're currently owned and operated, they get a new paint job or new tile very quickly. So it's a beautiful place to take photos of, Instagram, whatnot. The downside to that is sometimes it can be very much the high rent district or one of the high rent districts in Lisbon. We'll go through that in a little bit. A positive that this area has is it does have a metro. So it's a metro that goes, it's called the Chiado Baixa Metro. That's cool because you're anywhere that you are in the Chiado, you aren't more than a 5-minute walk to get to this metro. They do have public transportation, trams and buses that can get you here, there, and everywhere. But the subway metro option is a good one. If you are looking to buy into this area, this is probably one of the higher rents or purchase priced areas within Lisbon, along with Principal Real. So a T1, which means 1 bedroom, or a T2, which is 2 bedroom, a 1 bedroom, maybe even one that needs to be renovated, is going to start at 300 to 350,000 euros or more. And that's one that needs work, and it goes up from there. A 2 bedroom is going to start, give or take, around 500,000 euros and go up. And many of the opportunities that we've seen on Remax, Century 21, Keller Williams, as well as some of the Portuguese based real estate sites, the purchase price in there are oftentimes $1 million or more, 750,000 euros or more for property. So if it's something that you're interested in, great. You'll probably get a beautiful place, probably get a great return on your money. The difficulty is it just costs a lot to get into that area. One of the downsides is at night it can still be noisy because tourists are they get there early and they stay late, that if there aren't really balconies to speak of, it's more like doors that just open out into the street. But you can be up late night listening to some of the tourists. It's not necessarily loud from a lot of music. It's just it can be loud from people walking around. It's not a bad thing. If you're into that, more power to you. So the pros of the Chiado is its central location, right in the heart of the city center. It has a metro, public transportation. Very beautiful. Most of the buildings and apartments are renovated. I would say a high percentage are. So you're going to get a newer or a newly renovated apartment, even though the building may be older, but it's going to look like it's a brand new building because they do a really good job of keeping it up. Those are some really good things. Some of the cons are it's hilly. It's hard to get around. It's a hike, which is it's good or bad for your cardiovascular system, depending on how you look at that. It is something that's high rents and high price for real estate. So if you're looking to buy on a D7 visa, you need to have at least a 12-month lease. If you're looking to be there long-term and buy outright, you're going to be spending a lot of money. So if that's something that you can do, great. If not, there are many other areas that are pretty nice that I think have great options for real estate. So those are kind of the pros and the cons as I see them. There's some great attractions there. You are really in the heart of everything. So when you look at these TV shows that talk about where people are living, and they always show like a city center location and then outside the city center for people that are living or looking to move to, this one puts you smack dab in the heart of everything. And you're not more than a 10-minute walk to the Praça do Comércio, which is in the Baixa area, Rocio Square, which is also down there, the Bairro Alto, Príncipe Real. 10-minute walk gets you, maybe less than 10 minutes, gets you right down on the water, on the riverfront, on the River Tagus. So it's a great centrally located area within the city center of Lisbon. That's probably the best pro I can give it. The difficulty is how much money you have to spend to be able to get into an apartment on an either rent or cost basis. So I hope you enjoyed this video about the Chiado. I have many more neighborhoods, districts or parishes, depending on how you want to call them, that I need to do throughout the coming months with Lisbon. So if you have an area you want me to cover, please comment and I will do my best to get to it in the coming months. So as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my channel, and have a great day. Hey, thanks so much for watching the full video. If you get a chance, and if you're interested in reading some crazy workplace stories, please check out my two books, Magnet of Madness Volume 1 and Volume 2, both available on Amazon in ebook or softcover. If you want to make fun of me, there's plenty of stories where you can do that. If you want to make yourself feel better about the job that you're in, it'll make you feel better too. But crazy stuff that happened over 30 years, you won't believe it until you read it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you get a chance, pick up a copy of one of these on Amazon. Thank you so much.